Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Geo here. Today we're gonna go over all the cool stuff I got, all the manga that I picked up. Some from January, some from February, and some from March itself. I am missing a ton of stuff that unfortunately did not arrive in time. I think the waiting time for most of these packages were at least 2.5 weeks, which is insane. So you're gonna see that eventually with the April stuff down the line. So stay tuned for that. But what you can do now is check out my Discord server. The link is in the description below. So with all of that out of the way, let's get started with this whole video. We begin our journey here with Titan Manga. We have Alpi, the Soul Sender, Volume 6 from Rona. This is really exciting. No, not the binding, which is pretty questionable, but the fact that we're one volume away from finishing this, and I think this will be the longest running Titan Manga series that I own. That is really cool. I've enjoyed this series. I'm not up to date. I'm 2 volumes behind, but I really enjoy the character of Alpi, and the journey has been pretty interesting so far. From Tokyo Pop, we got an oldie but a goodie. This is a standard hardcover release of Shirahime Syo by Clamp. The reason I got to this book is that I wanted to know if there were any manga based on one of my favorite yokai, the Yuki Onna, and this one fits the bill. It's technically not her, but is very inspired by the Yuki Onna, so I went ahead and picked it up. I love the presentation. The art in this is beautiful. Now, I did want to mention that this book is out of print. Fortunately, you can find it for retail price at most places, if not a little bit over or a little bit under, so it shouldn't be a huge dent on the wallet. But definitely recommend it if you like Clamp and you want something a little different, and look no further than this book. Next up, Viz Media Books, we got Dark Gathering Volume 12. I have not read this one yet, but it looks fantastic, super creepy and spooky, just how I like it. One Shojo Beat release for this video, we have Natsume's Book of Friends Volume 4. I guess FOMO got the better of me. I typically like to wait things out because I'm not actively collecting or reading Natsume's Book of Friends right now. I do have the first 3 volumes, which is great, but I noticed that, well, Volume 4 came back in print and in stock in several places, and it was kind of selling rather quickly. And I don't know if them selling out would mean a long wait for this book to come back, so I went ahead and picked it up. Moving right along, we got Hunter x Hunter, the 3-in-1 edition. This is a brand new release. I am so excited to have this. For the longest time, I've been wanting to finish collecting Hunter x Hunter. I have the stuff that has not been animated yet, if you will, so past volume 32 is what I own, and I've always wanted to go back. This is the perfect excuse. If I get the first 30, you're looking at 10 3-in-1s, and I would just need to get volume 31, and then it would line up perfectly with what I own, and that is awesome. So heck yes, I wish Viz Media would put out more of their older series in this format. Stuff like Case Closed, for example, I would love to collect in the 3-in-1 Omni edition. Let's do that, please. One of the best action series of recent memory, and one of my personal favorites, Rooster Fighter Volume 7. This is so much fun. I can't wait for the anime. That means more people are going to be exposed to the awesomeness of Rooster Fighter, and the manga is going to be even more popular. Can't freaking wait. I mean, look at the badassery at display here. Magilumiere Magical Girls Inc. Volume 6. I've picked up the series again and I'm currently reading through it, making my way towards this particular volume. I am really excited about it. I was a little bit disappointed with the anime adaptation. It's fine, but it could have been better in my honest opinion, and I just really enjoy the manga, and the concept is so much fun, and I think this series is heavily underrated. Yes, it's a little popular, but it could be so much more. We have a long way to go, but I'm happy to have the first 6 volumes here of this series. From Kodansha, we have Dogs and Punching Bags by Kaori Ozaki. I am new to the Ozaki fandom. I recently read, or a couple months ago I think, Mermaid Prince, and really enjoyed that one and instantly made me a fan. I went ahead and picked up The God's Lie, and I have here Dogs and Punching Bags, a phenomenal story that I will be talking a little bit more in depth real soon, so stay tuned for that video. But you can see here some of the art and the overall build of the book. It looks really awesome. From Yen Press, we have God Bless the Mistaken Volume 4. Now, this is the final volume of this series. I don't want to talk too much about it, nor do I want to reveal too much of what's happening inside. You can take a quick look at the art, but I believe I've talked about it in the past with Volume 1, and I will be reading this soon and give you my overall impressions on the series in a future video, so stay tuned for that. But really nice to have another completed series on the shelf. And Handyman Saito in Another World Volume 6. I love this one. It is one of the best representations of what modern isekai can do. Great premise, fantastic setting, wonderful characters. This one has a little bit of everything for everyone. If you like fantasy aspects, the sword and sorcery angle, and if you enjoy a good isekai tale with the goofs and gaffs and the mystery behind why this character was sent to this other world, and why he chooses to remain a handyman in this alternate Earth, well, now you can find out with Handyman Saito in Another World. Although, if you're interested about it, there is an anime adaptation which is equally as good. Go check that out, and I know you will be hooked and will want to pick up the manga as well. Let's do some 7 Seas books, one of my favorite publishers. Let's start with a not safe for work series, The Hungry Succubus Wants to Consume Him, Volume 2. Now, I reviewed Volume 1 and I thought it was pretty good, pretty fun. Obviously not safe for work because of its sexual nature, but it was a fun / funny story, and I want to continue getting it because it's only 3 volumes. So now we're only missing 1 and we'll have the entirety of this series. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You, Volume 13. I love this series so much. It's always a treat when a new volume pops up, and in this one, of course, we're going to meet new characters. As of me making this video, I do want to point out that Season 2 is close to wrapping up, and that has been phenomenal. They have done a wonderful job of adapting this ecchi rom-com series. It has a lot of personality. I love how self-aware it is, and it doesn't have any issues poking at its tropes and the genre and medium itself when it comes to rom-com harem type ecchi series. The Dangers in My Heart, Volume 10. I love this one so much. I am not big into high school romances, but this is one of the exceptions. I love the characters and, of course, the dynamic between a wonderful pair of leads. I think this is a phenomenal, well-written comedy romance. And if you want to find out a little bit more about it, I do have a video on this channel where I talk about it a little bit more in depth, give you my thoughts on it, sort of a partial review. I will link it up at the end of this particular haul video. Also from 7 Seas, we have the second omnibus of Tomo-chan is a Girl. This one contains volumes 4 through 6. Only one more Omni to go. That one will have volumes 7 and 8 in it, and we'll have the entirety of that series. I think it is super underrated. I love this rom-com, great character interactions. I love the dynamic between the 4 leads, if you will. And to be honest, I was a little bit scared that 7 Seas was going to abandon this because we had volume 1 and then nothing after that. So I was surprised when we finally saw the solicit for volume 2 and volume 3, so they did not forget about Tomo-chan. We're closing out this haul video with Dark Horse, and we got a retro haul here of Oh My Goddess Omnibus Book 1. I love Oh My Goddess. I remember the anime vividly, and of course, well, I should mention the movie, and then the Ah My Goddess rebooted series, which I think was in the early odds. I really enjoyed that, and it made me go back and appreciate the franchise. For the longest time, however, I skipped on getting the manga. I don't know when I'll get the other ones, but it's a start. And last but not least, we had to do it. I picked up Trigon Maximum oversized hardcover, or the deluxe edition, volume 4. This looks great as usual with all the Dark Horse hardcovers, and it's so great to have Trigun in this format, and it makes it a little bit easier on the eyes because I know Naito's art can be a little hectic to say the least. Volume 5 comes out in the summer, so we still have a little bit more to go until we have the entirety of it, but still, a long out-of-print, sought-after series coming back in this format. I am so thankful. And there it is, folks. I told you it's a short one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember to check out the links below. I put the info out on the membership if you want to support the channel that way. And of course, let me know what you picked up in the month of March. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of Manga Geekdom. I truly do appreciate it. That is going to be it for now. God bless. Stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.